So we've got a new product in the studio. This one's from EarFun called the Air Pro 2. I like EarFun products in general because they've proven time and time again that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get decent quality. This one costs $80, they're noise cancelling, and of course, as you can see, they've got an AirPod style form factor. It's becoming very common nowadays for earbuds to look like this because of the way this type of earbuds sit in your ears. It makes it one of the more comfortable designs to wear. But of course, the biggest challenge with this type of shape is in-ear stability and noise isolation, and that has an impact on noise cancellation. So what is this noise cancelling like? And how about sound quality, phone call quality, and Bluetooth audio lag? We're gonna find out, and in this video, I will be benchmarking these against the Edifier NeoBuds Pro because those seem to be pretty popular and they're also pretty close to the EarFuns in terms of price. Those are just a bit more expensive at $99 US. By the way guys, if you want to see more reviews and comparisons like this one, hit subscribe right now and ring the notifications bell so that you never miss another video from this channel. The Air Pro 2 comes in a pebble-shaped charging case that supports wireless charging, so go right ahead and charge them on your Qi-compatible charging pad. In terms of battery life, we have up to 6 hours in the earbuds and an extra 24 hours in the case with noise cancelling. That is actually above average because in contrast, the NeoBuds Pro, these ones, only manages 5 hours in the buds and an extra 15 hours in the case. The earphones have got IPX5 water resistance that's good enough for using at the gym, and it supports Bluetooth 5.2, SBC, and AAC audio codecs. So unlike the NeoBuds Pro, these don't support high-res audio streaming. They've got touch controls above the stem, which lets you tap to control your music playback, phone calls, and volume. I like that these have volume controls out of the box, and it's pretty easy to operate. You simply need to tap once on the right or the left earbud to increase and decrease the volume respectively. No double tapping or triple tapping required. What it doesn't have is an app that lets you customize these earbuds and get software updates. Now, you don't usually get that feature at this price point, but the NeoBuds Pro, which I just reviewed, watch here if you're interested, this one costs just a bit more, like I said, but it has an app with a pretty decent suite of features and options. Now, I'm not saying that the Air Pro 2 should have an app, but it's more like a nice to have thing, though it appears that soon we might be seeing earbuds as cheap as these that also come with app support. Okay, back to the Air Pro 2. They've got 10mm titanium composite dynamic drivers in each earbud. And in terms of sound quality, these are easily one of the nicest sounding earbuds I've heard in the budget range. It's got an open and relaxed sound signature, and I feel that compared to the NeoBuds Pro, its track separation is cleaner, especially in the mids and the lower bass. Its sound staging is also more spacious, and I also want to add that I like how its bass sounds. It's got more impact and bounce in it, and it has more texture than on the NeoBuds Pro. And that is very important, right? Especially when you're listening to music with string bass instruments like bass guitars. Bass guitars, if you've heard bass guitars in real life, they don't sound flat. They sound like they've got a bit of tremble in the notes, and this adds a level of realism, something that you can really catch on the Air Pro 2 compared to the NeoBuds Pro. But the one area that the Edifiers have the advantage is that the earphones treble can at times sound a bit too harsh and a bit too brittle. So they don't sound quite as non-fatiguing as the NeoBuds Pro. It's also not possible to tone it down because unlike the Edifiers, these don't have an app with a graphic EQ. So with these, what you see is pretty much what you get, or rather, what you hear is pretty much what you get. But I am very impressed with how clean it sounds, its dynamic sounding mids, its sound staging, and its bass performance. In those areas, they do sound more enjoyable than the NeoBuds Pro. Right now, we're going to check out its phone call quality. I'm going to compare it to the Edifiers, and as usual, I'm going to play some really loud cafe-style background noise to simulate making a phone call in a noisy cafe. Background noise, EarFun Air Pro 2, record. I am now making a phone call in a noisy place using the EarFun Air Pro 2. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. I am now making a phone call in a noisy place using the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So, the earphones didn't cancel as much background noise as the NeoBuds Pro, but I feel that on the earphones, my voice sounded far more natural and less thin and processed than the Edifiers. So, if you're often making phone calls in noisy places, the Edifiers might be a better choice, but making phone calls in quiet places, the earphones will sound nicer to whoever's on the line with you. For the noise cancelling test, I'm going to play the same background noise as before. Let's see which of these earbuds have better ANC.
Noise cancelling. High noise cancellation.
Now, from the recordings, I feel that the earphones ANC is quite impressive. It was as good as the NeoBuds Pro at low frequency noise cancellation, although in terms of blocking mid-range noises or human voices, it is not quite as good as the NeoBuds Pro. However, big disclaimer, these earbuds, like the NeoBuds Pro, have an AirPods style fit. So, their noise cancelling performance in the real world will depend on whether you can get a good noise isolating seal. And that's tricky because they're not designed to plug deep into your ear canal, which will affect noise blocking. In other words, in a real world setting, most likely they're not going to be as quiet as in this test. To achieve something similar, you might need to get foam tips that plug deeper than the stock silicone ear tips, maybe something like the Dakoni foam tips that I featured over here. Now we're going to look at how much Bluetooth audio lag these earbuds have when playing video games and watching videos on both Apple and Android devices. The Apple device that I'm going to use is the iPhone SE 2020. For Android, I'm going to use the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. First, the gaming audio lag test. The NeoBuds Pro has a game mode that is supposed to reduce gaming lag on phones. So I'm going to switch that on. Let's see if its latency will be significantly lower than the EarFun Air Pro 2s. As a reference point, let's see what the internal latency looks like on the iPhone SE. This is audio straight from the iPhone speaker. Now the EarFun Air Pro 2, then the NeoBuds Pro. Then we'll repeat the same test on the S21 Ultra. So on the iPhone, it appears that the NeoBuds Pro with game mode switched on has lower Bluetooth audio lag, but on Android, the earphones have lower lag than the NeoBuds Pro. Very interesting indeed. But please note that this lag that you're seeing only applies to playing games or real-time content. If you're watching videos on your phone using apps like YouTube or Netflix, you're not likely to get much or any lag at all because these apps have their own latency correction that automatically delays the video so that it syncs up better with the audio, like this.
Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Aaron. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about the improvements that the just announced iOS 15 will bring to the AirPods Pro and AirPods Max. There are 5 improvements that were announced at WWDC, like Conversation Boost, Announced Notifications, Find My App Integration, Spatial Audio on TV OS, and Dolby. Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Aaron. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about the improvements that the just announced iOS 15 will bring to the AirPods Pro and AirPods Max. There are 5 improvements that were announced at WWDC, like Conversation Boost, Announced Notifications, Find My App Integration, Spatial Audio on TV OS.
In conclusion, I like how the EarFun Air Pro 2's got most of the features that I expect them to have at this price point, including wireless charging and the fact that they've got up to 30 hours of playtime with ANC. In my opinion, that's a plus. But if I had to pick a reason to buy the Air Pro 2 instead of the NeoBuds Pro, it is for their sound quality. They sound really good for their price, and though they aren't as strong as the NeoBuds Pro in terms of features, I think they sound more pleasing to me out of the box. Of course, with the NeoBuds Pro, I can tweak its sound quality to my liking in the Edifier app, but it's still not gonna replicate the EarFun's sound staging or texture retrieval in the bass range. These also have decent noise cancelling if you manage to get a good seal with these earbuds, and that's a big if because these only have a few extra sizes of silicone ear tips and they weren't able to do much to improve its seal. So if you decide to get these earbuds and you want to improve its noise cancelling, I suggest getting third-party ear tips that plug deeper into your ear canal. That being said, I think these are definitely worth checking out, especially for their sound quality, the EarFun Air Pro 2. Next up, there's gonna be more comparison videos like this one, so if you don't want to miss out on these videos, hit subscribe right now and ring the notifications bell because this is the only way YouTube will notify you of new content from this channel. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I want you to slap that like button and share this video around. A big shout out to my Lawless gang who supports this channel by contributing $1 or more per month through the crowdfunding website Patreon. Not only can you help keep this show going, you gain some pretty cool rewards too, like having your name displayed at the end of every video on that list. And at the highest tier level, you can even get free merch. So please join me on Patreon if you want to support my work. Link is in my description box down below. I've also got a Discord server, so do join if you want to hang out with us. Again, link is in the box down below. More videos coming up soon, so don't go away.